been some time before last time I came here. Minister of Justice and Correctional Services, Ronald Inkosi Lamula. Deputy Minister of Justice and Constitutional Development, John Jeffrey. Honorable members, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, in line with priorities in South Africa's development agenda, including the National Development Plan 2030, Chapter 12, Building Safer Communities, as well as the medium-term strategic framework, Priority 6, Social Cohesion and Safe Communities. An integrated approach to safety and security requires coordinated activities across the JCPS cluster. All vulnerable groups, majority of whom are women, children, rural communities, and those living in informal settlements, should enjoy equal protection of the law, and their fear of crime should be eradicated through effective coordinated responses of law enforcement agencies, business, community, and civil society. Central to DCS efforts in breaking the cycle of crime is the successful reintegration into society of all those under the care of the department. This is achieved through advancing victim-offender reconciliation, increasing accessibility to efficient community correction services, and creating economic opportunities for ex-offenders, parolees, and probationers. To achieve this, community corrections focuses on the restorative justice program, which is aimed at elevating the victim to the center of the criminal justice system by making sure that victims are not forgotten when the department rehabilitates and reintegrates those who have offended. In the 2021-2022 financial year, 16,951 victims and 5,758 offenders, parolees, and probationers participated in the restorative justice programs. In the financial year 2021-2022, 99% of the 52,054 parolees complied with parole conditions. However, it is of serious concern to us that the 1% who do not comply with parole conditions commit even more heinous crimes, leading to understandable outrage in society. Naturally, we would be happy to achieve 100% compliance, were it not for the human frailties from which none of us is immune. Through its social reintegration framework, the department is repositioning the system of community corrections. In the context of this framework, placement into community corrections includes all types of conditional placement and placement under correctional supervision. The overarching aim of the social reintegration framework is to keep individuals in the community. Through community corrections, DCS will provide supervision interventions and tailored services to prevent reoffending, thereby improving public safety. In terms of community outreach programs and improved social reintegration through strategic partnerships, 233 izimbizo were held, including victim offender dialogues, marketing of DCS programs, public amenities, training projects. In March of this year, we renewed the Memorandum of Understanding with the National House of Traditional and Poison Leaders, following the signing of the first MOU in 2019. Encouraged by the successes achieved by the partnership, the department sought to strengthen relations between both institutions in order to gear the MOU towards improved community corrections and efficient reintegration of offenders. This partnership with the National House of Traditional and Poison Leaders illustrates our commitment to making corrections a societal responsibility as outlined in the white paper on corrections. The department also held a dialogue on the role of traditional leaders in gender-based violence and femicide and drug prevention in Limpopo on 3 August 2022. The dialogue was convened in conjunction with the United Nations ODC, University of Venda, and the Limpopo House of Traditional and Poison Leaders. The department continues with efforts to facilitate access to economic opportunities for ex-offenders, parolees, and probationers. In the financial year of 2021-2022, 592 economic opportunities were facilitated. In the same period, 6,400 parolees and probationers participated in various community initiatives as part of giving back to the community. In the current financial year, the department aims to significantly improve on the 344 job creation and socio-economic opportunities facilitated for victims of crime in 2022-2023. In addition to pursuing district-specific partnerships with the business and NGO sector to leverage the district development model, the department entered into a nationwide MOU with the National Youth Development Agency, which is focused on providing demand-driven skills training, entrepreneurship development programs, and facilitating job placement opportunities. In December 2020, the Constitutional Court declared certain provisions of the Correctional Services Act of 1998 invalid insofar as they failed to provide for adequate independence for chicks. The declaration of invalidity was initially suspended for 24 months to afford Parliament an opportunity to remedy the defects. In November 2022, Constitutional Court extended the suspension of invalidity for a further 12 months period. On the recommendation of the Interdepartmental Assessment Committee, the minister led engagements with DCS, JICS, and National Treasury towards the establishment of JICS as a national government component, so as to afford its adequate independence to execute its oversight mandate. The result of this robust consultation is the Correctional Services Amendment Bill and the JICS Bill, both of which are ready to be put through the legislative processes of Parliament. The purpose of Government Information Technology Officer, GITO branch, is to create business value through the provisioning of reliable, integrated, and secure ICT infrastructure and business application systems to ensure effective strategic alignment and enhancement of business processes in TCS. GITO has been experiencing delays in the procurement of services to enable it to deliver effective communications technologies through the cabling and mesh network implementation. As a result of these delays, progress in the implementation of the integrated inmate management system has been slow. Network switches have been installed in 60 of the 65 identified sites. Telephone communication is also being improved. To date, GITO has implemented voice over internet protocol in 28 sites. The Microsoft implementation project is progressing well. The department has started reaping the benefits. On 12 May 2023, we embarked on one of our working visits to Pavian Sports Management Area in the Gauteng region to interact with officials who work at the coalface in order to understand challenges relating to their basic conditions of employment and to inspect the state of operations at the facility. The management area is one of the management areas which contribute significantly to the department's self-sufficiency and sustainability strategy framework through its production of eggs, chicken, beef, pork, dairy products, and vegetables. All farming activities are operated through offender labor, where valuable farming skills are transferred to the inmates, which they will utilize to earn a living upon release. The management area is thus able to supply its produce to a number of correctional centers. We will enhance existing self-sufficiency and sustainability projects and improve the distribution of self-produced products amongst regions to ensure that as far as it is possible, the department uses offender labor and skills to provide for its own needs. House Chairperson, as I commend to the House this budget vote for support and approval, I wish to convey my gratitude to Minister Ozi Lamula for his inspiring leadership, to the National Commissioner for his decisive management of the department, to the senior managers, officials, and employees of the department and the ministry for their dedication to service. I'm more than pleased with the good working relationship and mutual respect we enjoy with the Judicial Inspectorate for Correctional Services under the leadership of Justice Cameron, without compromising its integrity and independence. Commitment of the National Council of Correctional Services and the Correctional Supervision and Parole Boards in discharging their unenviable task of determining who should and who should not be released before the expiry of their sentence period on parole is applauded. Importantly, I wish to extend my appreciation for the support, chastisement, guidance, advices, and leadership we receive from the chairperson and the honorable members of this portfolio committee whenever we appear before them. Lastly, the support I receive from my family